Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca O'Shaughnessy and I'm the Auditor of UCC Law Society for the year ahead. So the purpose of this video is, as part of your orientation as first year law students, we would like to give you some information about the Law Society and hopefully encourage as many of you as possible to join once college starts up. So some basic facts about the society. We are one of the university's oldest societies. We're also currently the second biggest, with just the Commerce Society being slightly bigger than us at the moment. And finally, we fall into the category of an academic society. So basically what that means is we work very closely with the School of Law to ensure that everything that we do is complementing everything that they do on an academic front. So that's all very vague. To try and give you all a better idea of what it is exactly that we do and the events that we produce, I thought I might just go through all the positions that we have on the executive committee and talk briefly about who each of these people are and what events they produce, as I already said. So starting with myself, I am the auditor, also known as the chairperson, and I am in charge of managing everyone else, making sure that they're all happy and that they can do everything that they'd like to do throughout the year. Next we have Alison. She's our external liaison officer. So this is a new role for this year, but essentially she communicates with all the parties outside of the university that we work with, for example sponsors and educational bodies as well. Next we have Anne-Marie. She's our debating coordinator. So she organises internal debates and also sends society members to debates outside of UC as well, both nationally and internationally. Next we have Bailey. He's our internal convener. So what the internal convener does is they organise all the house meetings. So these involve the bringing in of influential speakers from the world of law and politics into UCC to speak to society members, either individually. So for example, we had Bertie Ahern by himself last year speaking about the peace process in Northern Ireland, or else as part of a panel discussion. So for example, last year again, we had a panel discussion on the decriminalisation of drugs in Ireland. Next we have Carl Kelleher. He's our conference director this year. So every year we run one of Ireland's largest student-run law conferences in semester 2. So this consists of a day-long event centred around a specific theme, where different guests are brought in to speak about this theme, and then there's Q&As and stuff like that as well. So that's a big event for us. Next we have Dennis. He's the editor-in-chief of the Cork Online Law Review this year, also known as Collar. Collar is very much its own separate thing, and I'm sure you'll hear about that in due course, but as the editor-in-chief, he sits on the Law Society Executive Committee. And just to note as well that it's the 20th year at Collar, so they have big plans in the works, and keep an eye out for them. Next we have Owen Burke. He's our education officer. So much like Alison, he'll deal with external parties to try and provide as much info as possible to our members. So for example, we'll have talks from people from Blackhall Place for those who want to pursue a career as being a solicitor, King's Inns for those who'd like to become barristers, and loads of other things as well on the educational front. Next we have Owen Doyle, who's our recording secretary. Day to day and week to week he takes the minutes at all of the Law Society meetings, and as well as that he also does what's called the minutes at house meetings, the law dinner, the law ball. So during the minutes he speaks about everything that the Law Society has done recently, and also has a quick look at current affairs, stuff going on in the world, and comments on that as well. Next we have Eve. She is the mute court convener. So she works very closely with Anne-Marie to improve the advocacy skills of all of our members. And once again, she organises internal moot courts and sends society members to external moot courts nationally and internationally. Next we have Gabrielle. She's our social secretary. So she's in charge of all things social for the society. Namely socials, inter-year socials, and our law dinner and our law ball are our two biggest events really for the year. Next we have Kate. She's our finance officer, so very straightforward. She deals with the budget, looks at all the money coming in and going out. And finally we have Laura, who's our public relations officer. So she is in control of all of our social media and advertises all the events that we do as well. So hopefully after going through everyone there, you have a bit of a better idea of what it is exactly that the society does. And just to note as well that at the start of next semester we'll be electing a first year rep, a second year rep, a final year rep, and a Women in Law conference director. So every 2 years we have a Women in Law conference alongside the law conference. To speak briefly about how COVID-19 has affected the society, it goes without saying that things have changed dramatically. We're all sick of hearing it, and I'm sure that everyone would have preferred me to deliver this talk in person and not from my bedroom, but unfortunately that wasn't possible. But rest assured that even with everything going on, the Law Society is going to be bigger and better than ever this year. We've been brainstorming hard to ensure that we can deliver the same events as previous years, They might be in a different format, but we'll still be delivering the same events and to the same quality as before. So examples of some ideas that we have that are COVID-19 friendly: we may have big outdoor socials to allow for social distancing, and obviously we'll have a lot of virtual events as well if needs be. Before I finish up, I'll just ask everyone to follow us on social media. So on Facebook and Instagram, we're UCC Law Society, and then we're on a lot of other platforms as well, including LinkedIn. Thank you very much for listening. I hope I've given everyone an idea of what it is that UCC Law Society does, and keep an ear out for information about how exactly to become a member in the coming weeks and when college starts. But I really, really would encourage everyone to consider membership, and after you all become members, hopefully, to get involved in the society, whether it's 1 or 2 events or you're at every event. So yeah, that's everything from me. Get in touch at law@ucsocieties.ie through email, or as I said, through the social media, or just say hello to us on campus. So best of luck starting your time as law students at UCC. I hope you all enjoy it, and thanks again.